Don't break it, oh, break it, oh, break it, oh. If a time, wait it, oh.
So I'm getting my hair done here in Dubai tomorrow. So I have to take it out, do that whole process. And I just wanted to show y'all what it looks like before I change it, which is gonna be a surprise. But yeah, there's a real whole story to this. I added the beads myself. Like, I had this style in my head for literally like a month. My braider, she was really, really good, except for like a really major thing, which I'll explain later. And a big clue is right here around my head. If you can see, these ones are kind of sticking out, and a hint is that they are not edges. I had to do something a little bit traumatic, not really, because I've grown out of holding such a heavy weight on like my hair and the length and all of that, but you know, when you're paying someone for a service. But this is the look. I think I have 11 braids total, but I just wanted to take you guys with me as I got my hair done for the first time. And we're in Dubai, you know. Just waiting to get in my thong and get on the yacht, okay? Step one is complete. You're gonna miss it. I love this little beaded moment right here. But anyway, catch y'all later. So now that I've cut off all the braids, the end, the extra hair, and I'm looking like freaking Shamar Moore off, what's that movie? Diary of a Mad Black Woman. That's my movie. I can't even believe I forgot the name. I've never been too concerned about cutting off like my hair because I've always been like, oh, it's a little trim. But here I can kind of see where it is, but in this case, it won't really matter. Hint, hint. I can't wait. So I'll just be going to take it out. So I got lazy and ended up just saving these light ones. I tried to take off these ones, the black and the brown ones, but they weren't coming off as easily, and they were kind of fading, you can see. And I have more, so I'd rather just use those ones. So just a little update. Gonna watch this while I take out my hair because I saw it on Twitter, and I think it would be cute to watch this scary movie at night. So I always watch something when I'm taking out my hair, and this is gonna be very quick. So yeah, I'm gonna start now. Okay, so I finally am in a mirror so you guys can see the back of my head. What I really wanted to show you was my hair. I just took this first braid out. This is like really stretched hair, and this is not even all the way stretched. So I washed my hair literally once. I was wearing a shower cap the rest of the time, and so it kind of reverted, but this is kind of where my hair is at the moment. So yeah, I'm just gonna keep taking my hair out, and I brushed it out. Use my diamond brush to just kind of brush it out, kind of after finger detangling it, and I'm just gonna keep going and do my whole head. So this is my hair. I've taken it out. Kind of brushed it a little bit, detangled, which won't really matter. I guess it's just habit. Really thick, mad dirty. But yeah, look at the hairline. Bitch, what the fuck? Yes, we're gonna get into that. I mean, it's pretty coverable, but we're gonna get into that later. But yeah, this is it. I'm not gonna wash it till tomorrow because if I wash it today and then sleep on it, it's just gonna be like a mess, you know, flat, whatever. So I'm just gonna wash it tomorrow before I go to the salon just to kind of get all this. When she was doing the style, I didn't realize how much like gel you needed. And so this is all gel. Like I brushed it out a bit, but at my roots, you can see it's still kind of, really curly in the way. I mean, this is a horrible example, but I can feel it. It's still like, it's stayed in the curl pattern of the braid. So yeah, I'm gonna wash it tomorrow And I'll show you that then, and then we'll head over to the salon. I've just been making it progressively look more crazy because I'm just like stretching it. But yeah, see y'all tomorrow. Hey guys, so as you can see, I washed my hair. I'm about to head over to the appointment right now. Throw on a bit of makeup, lashes. But yeah, I'm going alone. Kind of nervous, but whatever. So yeah, I'm about to head down. Elevators now, and I'm chilling. Did I forget to mention that it's in the Ritz, y'all? So I just got into the salon, I sat down, and the first thing I did was to cut my hair. Y'all already knew, y'all already guessed, whatever. It felt so good to have all that hair gone. And I want to add how gentle this stylist was during the cut. Sadly, I didn't get their name, but I'm so used to this part going so fast since, you know, it's pretty straightforward. But they went in sections, a very, very different experience, but guess that's what you get at the Ritz, honey. So still cutting, but I just thought my hair looked so funny with the sides gone. Like, I was literally just dying of laughter to myself. You could still see the lines from the cornrows, which is mad funny, but it felt so good to have it all gone. I miss this length, to be honest. I really did. Like, I really, really did. Doing some more trimming in the back. Felt so good to hear those clippers behind me. I'm not even gonna lie, like I could not stop touching my head, y'all. Cause you know when you're thinking about something for mad long and then you do it? You know, so I'm just taking it all in. But also I was so fed up with that old style. Like, I loved it, but I cannot wait to tell y'all why. I was so ready to cut my hair. Like, oh god. And now we prep my edges for bleach. I have no clue what it was, but honestly I wish they put a little bit more because I had some sensitive areas that got kind of tender afterward. It wasn't too bad, but just could have used a little bit more. Finally, y'all, the time had come for the bleach. I was nervous, but I was mad excited at the same time. So fun fact, I've never actually bleached my hair before. Came really close in college when I wanted to dye it, but then I got nervous, I had midterms, blah blah blah, you name it. Oh my god, I forgot. I I wanted to go back so bad, look.
It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
So first application was almost done and I was mad shook because I could actually see the color had completely lifted and I was really on my way to yellow. This is wild. It's giving me relaxer vibes. Like, I'm getting relaxer flashbacks, but 30 to 45 minutes. Wow. You say I got 10 more minutes left. It is burning. It really does feel like a relaxer. Like, I really feel like I'm 9 years old again. But I'm excited to see what kind of blonde it will be. I think this will be his 40 developer, which I don't really know what that is, but yeah. Roasting like a, I don't know, like a turkey. My scalp feels like it has a breath, like it feels like it's breathing. That's how like hot it feels right now. But I'm excited. So on the outside, I'm acting like everything is okay, but my scalp was on fire, let me tell you. I had 25 to 30 minutes to wait, and by the time they told me I was ready to wash it out, I was ready to wash it out myself, to be completely honest. whoever said beauty was pain, they were onto something because, woo! Very excited to wash it off. Part of me is really scared that like all my hair is gonna fall out, but I wouldn't really mind, but it would be annoying to go through all of this pain and heat just for it to fall out, but I wouldn't care. I got waves. Okay, I know it's just water and tea, but bear with me, y'all. Some of us are not used to fancy, expensive places where they serve you hand and foot. Guys, look what they got. Water and green tea. In the little pouring thing. Very cute. Oh my god, I'm finally washing. Thank Jesus. So we're mad brassy here, but I've never seen my natural hair this light before. So I was just taking it all in, feeling like the bad bee that I know myself to be. But seriously, I was just trying to get every angle, did not care who was watching, because I really just could not believe my eyes. Like, I'm blind, brassy but blind. So definitely feeling myself some more. You know how it is. Until I got some bad news. Some very, very bad news. Oh my gosh, we have to bleach again. Oh my god. So we have to bleach a second time. But I think it's a lower to lower burn. It still hurts, but not as bad. Just like stinging. So at this point, I'm questioning everything. My life choices, my decisions, how did I end up here? And the colorist comes and asks me, is everything okay? How are you feeling? Mind you, I had told him during the first bleaching that I, was kind of tingling, whatever. So by now, I'm literally, my eyes are rolling, hands sweating. I'm just like, I'm fine. Because the truth is, I just wanted the peak color, and I knew that if it didn't, do what it was supposed to do, it would end up a different color than what I wanted. And at this time, I still thought I was getting a different color than I ended up with. So, in my head, I'm just like, no pain, no gain, right? Tear falling down my cheek. Okay, first of all, y'all. First of all, check me out. Check me out. So this is actually the bathroom. And I don't even know what the bathroom is. Like, it's just so big. It's just unending. Oh, I think I found one. Oh, I found it, yay! Because why am I really loving this blonde? Like, do I even want to bleach it? I mean, dye it? Oh, I don't know. This is so freaking cute. I'm so indecisive. It's like my biggest pet peeve. But anyway, let me show you this bathroom. Like, honey, I don't even know where that goes. So this is where we put the actual color. You probably can't see, but it was a real light ice blonde. At this point, I had no scalp left. She was tired. She was beat down, exhausted. All of the above, but I saw the vision, and I needed the vision to come to life. So I'm just sitting there. Whew. So here we are, the final color. I actually wasn't completely feeling it at first, if you can believe that. I wanted something a bit darker in my head, but as time went by, like, I just fell in love with it. Here he's just cutting it, shaping it a bit more. There were a few uneven pieces and I wanted the back to be a little bit more tapered. So he just trimmed it up and was doing that. But honestly, like, I love it. In love. Couldn't have asked for anything better. And that's all, folks.
Can I hear a little commotion for the dress? A little bit? Now let's hear it for the back of the dress.
So this is the finished product, but before I get into all the details about this, I did promise I had a story to tell, so I'm gonna make good on my word. So I had a million things to do before actually flying out to Dubai. I had lash appointment, hair appointments, blow dry appointments, I had a facial appointment. Like, I was trying to be tip top. I was trying to be 100%. I was trying to be, you know, that girl, which, you know, hello. So I had a million things to do. I had a million appointments, and before I actually got into the hair appointment, the braid appointment, I had blow dried my hair literally to its last strip. Like, it had nothing left. You can see the picture here. I was doing a lot. I wouldn't normally blow dry my hair for a braid appointment, but for this specific style, I needed my roots to be really, really straight. So I just went ahead, got it professionally blow dried, which is a whole nother thing. Like, I had to end up doing it myself again. But yeah, I got it blow dried and it was just really, really, really straight. As straight as I could get it without flat ironing it. So fast forward, I get in her chair and she asked me, like, do you want edges? And I'm like, do I want edges? Like, girl, I know I got 4C hair, but I know y'all can see this in the front. It's light. In my head, I'm like, I got edges, but I'm like, it's a weird question. So I'm just like, yeah, I want edges. That was my first mistake, okay? So she starts parting like the front of my head. And in my head, I'm like, this seems kind of like a lot. But I had researched her, I had seen her work, like I saw how she did edges, and I was like, you know, let me give her the benefit of the doubt. I didn't want to be, you know, like that nitpicky client, but I'm gonna put a side note here. I really advocate for yourselves. Like, I know there's a lot going back and forth between stylists, wanting this, that, and the third, but it's like, sometimes if you get that feeling, I know, like, for me personally, like I said, I didn't want to be that client. It was my first time with her. I didn't want her to be like, oh, you want this, that, and the third, blah, 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 blah. And I'm shy. So I didn't want to do too much, but really advocate for yourself, because I felt like something was wrong, but I didn't want to say anything because I'm like, she knows what she's doing. Maybe she's doing it a different way. Advocate for yourself, please. Advocate for your hair. So fast forward again, the braids are done. And at the beginning, when she had parted the edges, she'd actually like cornrowed them, like braided them down. And that should have been like another red flag. Like, if you could braid down the edges, it's too much edges. So why am I like, okay, she's about to, you know, lay them down. I'm about to be laid. I'm about to get out of the chair. Why do I see her turning on a straightening iron? I'm like, is there like another client coming in? Am I running over? Like, cause why? I'm 100% Nigerian on both sides. And I have never, I'm saying never, had an auntie turn on a hair straightener to do my edges. Like, I just didn't know what was going on. I was worried, but at this point I'm like, you know, she's done the style, she's done the cornrows, so I just have to give it up to the Most High. Like, let's just see where this is gonna go. She knows what she's doing. As far as I know, as far as I'm concerned, like, this is her job. I'm like, she got this. She didn't. So she has the iron like this close to my head, like the straightening iron. And I am praying, like, literally, I was like, please, like, don't burn me. Like, please, you got this, please. Why did this girl burn me 3 times? And I'm talking like sizzling, not, ooh, touch. No, like, a mess. talking about, I don't know why it's not curly. I don't know why it's not curly. I'm like, girl, I definitely have 4C hair. Like, this is not IG. I don't know what you had in your mind, but like, obviously after 3 burns, you're trying to straighten my edges that are already hanging on by a thread. Something is not working. Like, we need to change tactics. I don't know what's happening. So just to regroup at where we are in the story, she's taken out my edges. We're finished with the style. Now she's trying to straighten them to do this type of style, which I'll show you right here. I didn't know what she was going for at the time. Like, I thought I did, but afterward I figured it out, and all I could do was laugh, because it was like, if she had told me that in the beginning, I would have been like, no, that's not gonna work. Try something else, maybe a different client, but not me. I just like my edges as you see them now, just laid flat, just very simple, okay, very simple. So she's using a whole thing of gel, trying to lay down my hair. And at this point, I'm saying my hair, I'm not saying my edges, because she had taken out my actual hair. Like, you guys can see, like, I did this on purpose. You could see, like, your edges are your baby hairs. Like, they lay down flat. They're not really the same texture usually as the rest of your hair, at least when you start getting into the 4A through C's. For me, I'm 4C, so that's what I'll speak on. My baby hairs are a lot finer. They lay down a lot easier. So I'm seeing her struggling using this whole freaking thing of gel, and it's just not laying flat, because now you're laying down my hair. You're not laying down my edges. And we know what it looks like when you try to lay down 4C hair with gel. Sometimes it just, like, the curl pattern just stays. So I'm just like looking in the mirror, because she has a mirror in front of me. I'm just like, like, all I could do at this point really was think of solutions, because I'm like, she can't undo the braids. The braids look amazing. Like, they really, like, she did that. I could give that to her. She did the braids very well. But now I got all this extra hair in the front, and you can't undo the hair and put it back. Like, it's just, it was overshot. It was just way overshot. She's been trying for a good 10 minutes, let's say. Nothing is working. Hair is not staying flat. And at this point, she's starting to stress out. So now she's saying it's the gel's fault.
I don't know, like, I don't usually use the style gel. I have a different style gel that, you know, it lays it down. It lays it down.
Mind you, I'm just like, can we stop pretending? Because the gel is water-based. So my hair is blow-dried. The gel is water-based. It's gonna revert, which I told her. She's like, no, it's fine, let me go get the different gel. So she drives to the store, which she informs me is about 10 minutes away, the beauty supply, to get the right gel. So at this time, I'm like, okay, I'm freaking out, because I can already see the damage, kind of. So she goes to the store, and I'm like, oh, this is a perfect time. Let me go to the bathroom and wash off all the gel she put the first time, so she could put the better gel. When I walked into the bathroom, I literally almost blacked out. Like, I kid you not, I was, oh my gosh. I was really sad, because it was like I couldn't even enjoy how beautiful the braids were because of the front of my head. Like, I knew there would be no other option but to cut it. Like, I knew that for a fact. Like, I couldn't gel it down. We already tried that. It would, nothing else would work but to cut it. And it's like, even then it would still be a mess. And it's like, it's the front of your head. Like, that's what people see. People see this. People see this. And so I was just devastated, man. Like, very, very devastated. I actually recorded a video in the moment when I was in the bathroom, because yeah, I was devastated, and I wanted proof. I don't know what I thought would happen, but I just wanted proof that damage had been done. So I'll play that for y'all now. And yeah, that's it. Psych, it gets worse. So, you know how I told you she had burned me 3 times? Well, when I went into the bathroom, I was able to see the burn, and it was really bad. It was right here. Thank God it's healed now. But I think it's in the video. If not, I'll put a picture here. But wow, my skin had peeled off. So when she comes back, I'm like, hey, like, did you see this burn that you gave me? And she acted all surprised, like, oh my god, as if she had not been looking down over the top of my head for the past several hours. Like, girl, like, who are you trying to deceive? And it was at that I was trying to give her so much benefit of the doubt, like I really was. But when she literally lied to my face about not seeing that burn, I was like, okay, this is what we're gonna do, let's do it. Of course, being my mother's daughter, love you, she always told me get a discount. So I'm like asking for a discount. You burned me, you fucked up my edges, like you did all this crazy shit. Really shocked that she didn't offer me one to begin with. Like, if I had made, it was a mistake, I can agree it was a mistake, but if I was in her position and I made a mistake, I would be stumbling over myself to offer a discount. But instead, we're going back and forth fighting over a $5 discount. $5 for all of that. Mind you, I had a Kiki 20, 10, 5, and she kind of like softened up at 5, and then started going back and forth with me, like $5 for burning my scalp. Girl, if you don't. I started talking about, oh, like I didn't charge you the $20 for the extra length. Mind you, at the beginning of the appointment, I had showed her the hair that I brought. It was like 52 inches or something. And she was like, oh, like I'm not gonna charge you, but you know, next time be aware. Mind you, yes, I had to say it twice because she really had me just effed all the way up at this point. The braids, which you can see in the very beginning of this video before I took them out, ended up being a little shorter than mid-back, even shorter when I added the beads, which according to her own policies, which I double and triple checked because y'all, some of these stylists be doing too much, be having like too much fine print, like just do my hair please. According to her policies, mid-back is where she stopped before she started charging extra for length. So not only had she waived it in the beginning of the appointment, technically there was nothing to waive because it ended up being shorter than her own policy. So at this point, I'm just completely blown. My thing with this situation is people make mistakes. Like I understood it was a mistake, it was an overshoot, nothing we could do about it. And despite that, I feel like I gave her a lot of grace and I wasn't disrespectful even as I was being disrespected. Like, how are you gonna pretend you didn't see that burn? You're gonna try to gel my edges down. When she ended up doing like the little video that, you know, stylists do to show off their work, she captioned it with,
ignore the edges, y'all. Today just wasn't the day.
huh? Like, what do you mean ignore the edges? My edges were coming down here because it was my real hair. So anyway, I just, you know, I paid her, she gave me the little discount, paid her, and I left. And I was like, you know what? I'll just have to deal with this when I get home. Y'all, why the next day she sends me this? I'm gonna read from my laptop because I'm using my phone, but I'll post them right here. So she said, hey hun, I charged you the wrong price. It's supposed to be the price instead of this price. I forgot to add the $20, which I told y'all she had said she would not add at the beginning of the appointment, provoked. I said, hey, I think you were right originally. Mind you, I'm still blown. This is the day after and I still hadn't figured out what to do about the edges. I think I had cut them down, but it was still just, it was just not looking good. It was looking a mess. So I said, hey, I think you were right originally. I paid the $25 deposit beforehand. You gave me a $5 discount and gave me a warning about the length for next time, meaning the $20 not added. She said, no, but you asked for a discount, so I decided to charge you for the length at the end. Girl, I did not respond, and to this day I have still not responded because she played around. Like, you know you messed up, I was respectful, I paid you, did all that, and she still had the audacity to come back the next day, mind you, not even the same day, the next day, talking about this BS. No, not having it, not responded, never will never go back, not recommending her, wish her all the best, but it's just no longer my portion. I have to add, like, while I was in her salon, I watched her do the calculation with her own phone. So it wasn't like me in the corner, like trying to like jip her. Like, no, she did it in front of me and was like, hey, this is the price. I paid her and I left. So to come back the next day talking about, ooh, I made a mistake. Yeah, you made several mistakes and this is not one that I'm going to pay you for. Weirdo. I'm a big like Chef Gordon Ramsay fan, that's my guy. And one thing he always liked to say to the restaurant restaurateurs, the owners, was like, customers, they're not gonna complain to your face. They're just not gonna come back. And I feel like that was really true with the situation. Like, I did complain to her face, not gonna lie, but she lost a customer in me. It probably won't really affect her business, her day-to-day, you know, and that's fine. But for me, it's just not an experience I'm going to even risk having a second time. Fool me once. Shame on you. Shame on her, honestly. Shame on her. So yeah, it kind of sucked because I was really excited to get the style. Spent a lot of time, you know, preparing for it, choosing a stylist. And then I ended up being really self-conscious about it the whole time I had it in this amazing country, Dubai. I was just really self-conscious, and the whole time I knew I would have to cut my hair because it was just very uneven at the front at that point. On my edges, still had edges, but like the very first layer, as you could see in the videos, was gone. So, but it all worked out for the best. I got to get this amazing cut and color. So, you know, that's that upside, I guess. Honestly, I really wish the stylist would have handled it better, had a little bit more grace, because it was everything that happened stemmed from her mistakes. The burns, the overshoot of the edges, the edges not laying right. Like, I didn't do any of it, and I just wish she had handled it a bit differently. But all in all, I just hope that, you know, she learned from it and it doesn't happen to anyone else in the future. But yeah, it did suck for me, I'm not gonna lie. Thank you so much for sticking to the end of this video. If you did, please like, subscribe, comment if you want. Can't force you, honestly. But it would mean a lot to me if you did. To be so much more consistent with you guys. Like, I released my first video in February. It's now obviously June. So much stuff has happened between then. I moved, I got sick, had family members that were sick, but I love making videos and I want to keep being consistent and keep putting out content. So I'm gonna be a lot better. Hopefully y'all will stick with me as I try to be better. I appreciate all the support so much, and hope that you can stick with me as I try to figure all this out. So I wanted to end this video with Sankofa, and it usually looks like this or this. I've seen both. It's an Akan word from Ghana, West Africa, but also it's an ideology. And the ideology of it has been something that has gotten me through so much. But I really do hold it near and dear to my heart. I'll put the original tree at the bottom of this video, but the literal translation is, it is not taboo to go and fetch what is at risk of being left behind. So I'm here to tell you, if there's something in your past, present, somewhere in between those two that you forgot, do not be afraid to go back and get it. Anyway, thanks for sticking to the end of this video. I'm so glad you guys came back. I'm sorry, I'll do better. I'm like, girl, like, I got 4C hair, like, this is not IG. Like, I don't know what type of style you saw. I don't know.